proven yourself as a man that you have the resources to take care of someone's daughter, guess what? Even the family has the right to take you to court, to police, and say, we brought this man, he wants to take our daughter for free. Or if you've already taken the daughter without paying the family a dowry, they can say, he stole our daughter from us without any appreciation. And guess who is gonna win the case? The family of the girl. So to any American, so I saw a video today on TikTok of this young man, African American, saying how he wants to go to Africa to find a wife. And he said all this after watching Tyler, our beautiful sister from South Africa. And he's like, you know what, that's it. We just need to go to Africa to find wives. Audacity. Anyway, me being African, I was raised in Africa and I was also raised in the United States. So I have experience from both continents, okay? And let me tell you something. If you are an American man who thinks that going outside of the United States is where you will find a good woman, a good wife, because American women ask for too much. The ladies out here, man, they're just materialistic. They're Let me tell you something. It is worse. It is 1,000 times worse than what you think back home in Africa. At least for the country that I was raised in and the culture that I was raised in. Because here's the thing. African women, African young girls, we are raised to literally know that the man is the provider. In fact, a lot of African women don't even go to work. Their men are the ones who go to work and just bring the money home for the wife to budget. And if you think the women here in America are asking for too much, in fact, go to Africa. No, go get married. Because the way African young girls are raised, we are raised with so much knowledge about family, friendship, how to deal with lives. So when families in Africa see that their daughters have gone through so much learning and they have become knowledgeable of life and marriage and all those things, they know the value of their daughters. And they say, you know what? Any man cannot come and marry our daughter for free. He has to pay a dowry. And that's why majority of African cultures, before a man goes to take the daughter to marry a woman, he has to pay the family a dowry, an appreciation. And dowry can go from money to cows and goats to even building the girl's family a house. Yes, and it's all to show appreciation to the family of the girl that thank you so much for raising such a beautiful and wonderful woman who's gonna be the mother of my kids. So, the system works differently. The United States, after living here for almost 10 years, I've realized that here, men just take for free. And I know this might be triggering and or insulting some people, but it's the truth. Men in the United States are used to taking things for free, especially from women. They expect, well, I'm just gonna go date her, have sex with her here and there and use her, and then we'll just be in a relationship. It does not work like that in Africa. It is worse. You cannot take someone's daughter for free like that. You have to impress her and the family, most importantly. And in some cultures, like my own, if you have not proven yourself as a man that you have the resources to take care of someone's daughter, guess what? Even the family has the right to take you to court, to police, and say, we brought this man, he wants to take our daughter for free. Or if you've already taken the daughter without paying the family a dowry, they can say, he stole our daughter from us. Without any appreciation. And guess who is gonna win the case? The family of the girl. So to any American man or any man worldwide who wants to marry a woman in Africa, use your common sense. You have to be very, very strong in your masculinity to know that I do not expect my wife to work if she doesn't want to. She can or she cannot. My position as the man in her life will not change whether she works or not. My position is to provide for her. So my brother, you want to go to Africa to find a wife because they're much more nicer, let me tell you, they come with the most costly, how do I say this? And this is not like a selling your daughter type of thing. No, the families are not exchanging their children for money and possessions. No, it's simply the man giving to the girl's family in appreciation of receiving a wife. He who finds a wife finds a what? A good thing. Yes. So if you're an American man, because that's all I've seen, and you're used to taking things for free, don't go to Africa. Don't. You will be hunted down like a criminal for stealing someone's daughter. Nonsense.
If both of the parties work, was the household responsibilities also divvied up 50-50 in your experience?
No, women are doing
I think
more.
women always get the short end of the stick.
why I don't
And y'all
work.
perceive,
I know,
y'all want to point it out.
That's why I don't like working as much.
They want to point it out to us like, oh, I'm going to pay 50%, I'm going to take care of this. But when the woman is taking on the brunt of the child rearing, she's cleaning, she's cooking, she's doing the laundry, treating your doo-doo stains in your drawers, it's totally unbalanced.
I agree. If I'm doing all of that, there's no way that I'm contributing to bills. Like, why am I, like, you're my child now. So, like,
you're our child too, because we have to financially.
No, if you're only doing finances, but it's a partnership. It's a partnership. If you're working, but I'm doing everything else, this is a partnership. It's a partnership.
Hi guys, welcome back. So the passport boys and the 50-50 boys are back at it again. They're now trying to go to Africa to go find them a wife who's going to help them pay 50% of the bill. Meanwhile, they don't even realize that in Africa, it's even worse, honey. In Africa, the women don't pay bills. Women do not go to work if they don't want to. That's an option. Even in Haiti. It's only here in America where they basically brainwash you to think that 50-50 is normal in a relationship. What's not clicking, sir? What's not clicking? 50-50 is not normal. It's not normal in any relationship, and you should not have to pay 50-50 in a relationship. That's just not normal. Anyways, I have a bunch of videos that I put together. My personal opinion will be at the very end of the video, so stay tuned. Okay? Stay tuned. All right. Bye, y'all. See you in the next clip.
Video today on TikTok of this young man, African American, saying how
I'm stitching the video now. I didn't duetted her, and I done reposted that video. Please watch that entire video because it's so good. I was just speaking about this today on my Snapchat about how African American women are raised. Some of us, not all of us. Some of us have been raised in a sense of having no expectancy when it comes to a man to take care of. A lot of us seen our mothers take on that role of bringing home the bread, making sure the house was secure and safe, making sure that the kids were good, making sure she was good. We saw that a lot growing up. Now, I'm not saying that that's what everybody saw. I'm not. But I'm saying that a majority of black women probably today have seen that in their lifetime. So when I hear stuff like this from foreign women and women of different countries, it's not like, to me, because that's what their fathers teach them. That's what their fathers instill in them. That's what their fathers put the expectancy on top of them to let them know that, hey, if a man comes here for you, I expect him as your father that he's going to take care of you. He's going to make sure that you're safe. He's going to make sure that your home is safe. He's going to make sure that y'all financially secured. He's going to make sure of these things. And man, when she said African American man take for free from black women, I felt that in my toes tingling. I felt every bit of it because she ain't lie. She ain't lie. Black men, I'm not even about to be on here bashing my black men. I'm not. But a lot of the black men who I've encountered in my life, shit, damn near every black man that I've encountered in my life have come to take something. And can I say that they've all given something in return? I ain't here to talk about them today. I'm going to talk about somebody else. But I will say that she ain't lying. She didn't lie in that video. She ain't perp. You didn't make me feel the ways, baby girl. You have enlightened us. Yes. Because they think they can run to these other countries and you're going to run right into somebody's father telling you, hey, this is what you got to do to make sure that you can have my daughter. And it it kind of makes me, I'm not, but a little small piece of human of me, it makes me envious. It makes me jealous that these women have had men in their lives to make sure that they're not just running off with anybody, to make sure that when you come correct. And it's a lot of men here in the United States that has not come correct to our fathers. And that's because a lot of us don't know our fathers. And for the ones that do know their fathers, it's almost like, why even bring somebody to you? You ain't been in my life. What can you tell me about a man that I need to hear from you? And this, that, and the, like, you ain't been there. So what game can you tell me about a man? Whoo, this subject is, I wanna really talk about this shit because it's real. It's real. I'm glad somebody said it.
So, I saw a video today on TikTok of this young man, African American.
Please go watch the full video of that creator. I watched it with my jaw wide open because I overstand that video. Being that I'm also West African first generation. My parents came here in the 80s from West Africa, from Sierra Leone. And I do speak the language. So it was very traditional in my household. And my current husband's from the Caribbean, from Jamaica. And baby, when I say they gave him a hard time, my God, they gave him a hard time being with me because, you know, we were young college students, didn't really have no money. My parents were like, he doesn't have the resources to take care of you. I had to fight tooth and nail to be with my current husband that I am today. My mom, there was this one joke she made, to this day lives in my mind, rent free, but she's chewing her words today because, you know, my husband stepped up. But he used to work at a bakery when we were in college. And my mom said, Nabila, you were the one who is rolling the dough, not making the dough. From that day, I was like, yo. When I say they had to chew them words up, they don't say nothing now. Because he provides and he does everything that he needs to do for me. I do have the option of working or not. Working helps because this economy is incredibly expensive. You know, he's not rich and balling out of control. You know what I mean? Because my parents wanted me to marry wealthy. That's just, you know, that's tradition. You know, my husband didn't have to pay a dowry for me. I was the rebel of the family. Me la rebel, okay? I ran off to go I did everything that was non-traditional, even down to how I got married. I eloped. I'm across the country. What my parents gonna do? I was scared, but everyone knew I was pretty much a renegade and very non-traditional in how I do things. But yeah, what she's saying is incredibly true. You know, I'm thankful for the man that I have today, but just trust me, it was no easy feat. We grew together to the fact that I was just telling him the other day, I was like, Daddy, we've been together 11 years, bro. A bunch of wild and crazy college students, but if you ever ask him, he'll tell you, like, yeah, her parents ain't give me not even the slightest grace. They were so difficult. It's now we're at a decent relationship where they're like, okay, he's doing well for himself. He's taking care of our daughter. We're good. We're at peace. But baby, difficult. Sister, not tell one lie at all. Not tell one lie at all. Wait, come on, I'm marriage side. Jesus Christ of all the Nazareth. It's no easy feat. Marry an African woman? Even here in this America. This one. No easy. It's not easy at all. My house, it was so crazy. Like, even in my home, it was like little Africa. I couldn't even speak English at home. Like, I could, obviously, but my mom made sure that we learned the language and instilled the traditions. It was hardcore in my house. But make a long story short, rant done. Please go check that creator's video because it could not be more true. More honest. Yeah, that 50-50 thing, that's a very United States thing. Outside, going to Africa, oh, they not going for none of that. No. What did Hall & Oates say? Oh, I can't go for that. No can do.
If you are in a relationship with a man and you're going 50-50 on the bills, that is your roommate. These men be wanting women to be submissive to them, but they don't want to take the role of being a man and being a provider. And since you're going 50-50 on the bills, next caller.
What are your thoughts on 50-50 relationships?
I'm old school.
See, that's me.
I'm old school. I'm gonna pay for everything.
But hold on, if you pay for everything, are you expecting old school values in a new school woman? because that's not how they're wired.
But they can be. I think that every woman would be grateful for a man to step up and take leadership in the right way. The problem is the lack of love, compassion, and the lack of still having a voice in your significant other is the thing that we as men fail at. It's because there is this authoritarian mindset that we also have that if I'm contributing and leading everything, that I contribute and lead everything.
Right.
But there should be an equal voice and an opinion and view that we must consider, that we must acquiesce to at times, because there's a wisdom and a knowledge that a woman brings to the table that we benefit from. Okay. And so, but a lot of that is our own insecurities, right. A lot of the ways that we were raised.
What's a good place to take someone on the first date? You know, there's this thing that's viral moment, the Cheesecake Factory.
I saw it.
And how much should one spend?
I think the best place to go on the first date is to ask her where she want to go.
Oh, no. No.
Why?
Big in, big
Why?
on.
Why?
Because she says, I want to go to this 5-star restaurant where you already know if you just order the water, it's $50.
But what's wrong with her saying that? What's
wrong with me saying no? No.
So, first of all, I'm trying to figure out what's the problem with that.
Ain't no problem. It ain't no problem with her asking. Ain't no problem with me saying no. So now, what's the next question? Where can we go?
Why are you saying no?
Because here's the thing.
Okay, give it to me. Why are you saying no?
If I start you here, where do I go after here?
That ain't necessarily true.
It is.
Oh, it ain't just true. Watch it. Man, peeking. You know what? I got to give you youngsters game. Y'all ain't got no game. Here it is. You can say there easily, okay, baby girl, I'm finna take you to this place you want to, but I'm finna let you know, this place is so mad expensive. I'm doing it because I want to impress you, to let you know that I got you. Hold on, let me finish. I got you, but I ain't gonna be able to do this all the time. And make a joke out of it, make it light, keep it cool, keep it fun. Because see, let me tell you what wins a woman every time. Make her laugh. Make a joke out of it. Make it light, man.
Make her laugh.
Have you ever seen the ugliest dude with the prettiest chick?
Yeah,
because he keep her laughing.
You know,
women love to laugh.
I'm using a bit of a link. Girl, I ain't taking you to that place because I ain't got the money. Girl, we been going down here to Chili's or Applebee's or something. You crazy. But that's the thing, though, Kurt. You know, it's kind of like
that. Don't mean that. That don't mean that she gonna want that every time. It don't.
We not wired like that. You know, once you get established at a level. Now, if you'd have got let's just say, for the sake of argument, in 1993, your first car is a Rolls Royce. You not going back down. You not lowering that, going down from that. You moving up.
But what I'm saying, first of all, I'm not Stephen A. And so I'm only gonna give you so much. I'm saying to you that.
Now you on the couch.
And then, first of all, let me also say this. Is I think that if you are taking a girl out and a girl is going out with a guy, that there's not even a relationship to be able to laugh and play with it, even in the process, y'all ain't the ones for each other anyway, because the best relationship that's going to make it are the ones that are friends.
Oh, okay. So what's the first question? So what's the first question I should ask on a date then?
The problem is, as men, we're so enamored by the physical nature of a woman that we don't even start asking nothing else. We're just looking at the booty. We're looking at the breast. We're looking at her neck. We're looking at her feet. We're looking at her.
No, I ain't looking at no feet. Now, ain't nobody looking at no feet.
You're not looking at feet? I'm looking at feet. I'm looking at feet.
So do you go on a date to get married?
I don't believe in that as much as I know that a lot of Christians push that narrative. I don't believe that marriage has to be the sum total of a person's existence. I don't believe that.
That seems to be the overwhelming thing now.
And I think it's unfortunate. It's because, first of all, by sheer numbers, there's going to be many, many beautiful women that will never get married just on the sheer numbers. There's more women than men.
Right.
So if we make humans feel like that your sum total of purpose and existence is in the space of a marriage, then we fail all of the beautiful people that will be single, that are single, that God can't use them, that there's no purpose for their life, and that there's no plan, and that they can't live fulfilled lives.
Right.
So you can be able to date and still put parameters on if you want to be active or not, how much you want to give of yourself, so you can be able to still enjoy beautiful relationships. And it doesn't mean that you got to be walking out of your mind, marriage. It's because Not getting married is not a sin.
Oh, okay.
It ain't a sin.
Right.
And so we got to stop making everything black and white. Marriage is not on the same level as salvation. It ain't. And so you got to be able to have friends with people, and you can be able to establish the boundaries of what the friendship needs to look like, how far it needs to go before it crosses over. And if something beautiful turns out of that turns into a marriage, it's a beautiful thing.
Right.
Marriage can be a beautiful thing, but it's not the sum total of a person's existence.
But let me ask you a question. This open marriage, can a marriage survive with openness?
I don't know why a person would want to be married then. Just don't be married.
Yeah.
Just don't be married. Just be other. Be something other. And you know, like I said, I think that the social constructs it's almost like our generation, Shan. If you are a 30-year-old woman, even to this now, if you are a 30-year-old woman still single and you go to a family reunion, all the old ladies are gonna pressure you.
Girl, why you ain't married? Where your man? Where your husband?
All of these social constructs that we put the pressure on people for things that they may not be ready for.
Right.
And that does not make them wrong.
Right.
That just makes them not you.
The problem with many of us African men who come to America is we come and we embrace almost every single culture that America has to offer. For example, in Africa, we never get people say things like 50-50 in relationship, especially in terms of finance, because the women were in the farm or they were in the market. They were not at McDonald's making money like $7 an hour. They were not at KFC. They were not at Popeye's Chicken. They were not at Giant or some other store. They had no job. They were not working until they were probably like 25 years old or even 30. Most of the women back home, they go to farm and they farm, and we men are the one who provide for them. Now we come to America and we see that you can have a job, you can have your business. A woman can have a job at even 16 years old, 17 years old, 18 years old, and we carry that all the way until when we get married, we start demanding her to put something on the table. We start demanding her to pay for the mortgage. This is wrong. If she chooses to pay for the mortgage, it's by choice. It is not mandatory. So we need to understand that if a woman chooses to help us men to pay for the bills, to pay for the mortgage, to pay for whatever stuff we need, we should not take that for granted. She's not supposed to do that. And if she does it, you say thank you and you are happy and you spend it together with her and you appreciate, because you guys are, after all, supposed to be one. But we should never forget that she doesn't have to do it. And I see a lot of men thinking that a woman is supposed to pay the bills, bring something on the table. You want her to submit to you and to bring 50-50. You are crazy. It doesn't work like that.
Young man, African American, saying how he wants.
Go watch her video in its entirety and then come right back here, because she's not lying in any way, shape, or form, like at all. A lot of y'all talk about wanting to go to Africa and to find you African woman and this, that, and the third, but I don't think a lot of y'all are prepared to pay that dowry like she was talking about in her video. Because some of y'all be trying to finesse y'all way into getting these foreign women with the little bit of money that y'all do got, but you ain't ready to drop 4 or 5 figures to that family. Like, I know that right off the bat. Now, for those of y'all who've followed me since my old page, y'all know about my best friend, Renee. Now, her brother, Marky, married a African woman. Her name is Mimi. She's an awesome individual. And while I haven't been able to meet her personally due to my schedule, his schedule, and her schedule being vastly different, I've heard nothing but good things about her and her family. And one of the things that her brother had to do before he could even think about marrying Mimi was he had to pay a dowry to her family.
And I'm not 100% sure on what the dollar amount was, but it was 5 figures that he had to pay to the family to show them that he could provide for her. Like right off jump. Yeah, they met him, they spent time with him and all that good stuff. But when it got time to doing all the marriage stuff, oh yeah, that man most definitely had to come out of pocket and show them that he could provide for her, whether she's working or not. And both of her parents are wealthy, not rich, wealthy. Another friend of hers named Frida is also African. And the man that she was marrying, African man as well. She went to the ceremony where, him and his family give dowry to her family. And I believe he had to drop not only a 4 or 5 figure monetary sum, but also material as well. And that was like a whole 3-day process just to make the family feel secure in the fact that that man could take care of her friend Frida. With all that being said, knowing all of this, y'all really expect me to believe that some of these same men who complain about spending $50, $60, or $70 on the first date and talk about if you're spending that much, you better be getting some ass. You really expect me to believe that y'all are the same men who are going to drop tens of thousands of dollars?
So hello, here's my take on it. So that young lady, beautiful girl, she's from Africa, I'm from Haiti, and we do not have the whole dowry thing. In not all cases, but some cases they do require you to make a down payment or make a payment for an exchange for that woman that you're going to get married to. Excuse me. And you even have to go to the family and ask for her hand in marriage, right, to be able to marry this person. It's only over here that I see, and even in a third world country, the man knows that it is your job as a man, in order for you to withhold or to hold your man card, it is your job to take care of your entire family, your wife included, children, and sometimes even extend an extra hand to help the wife's family. But it's not required. But if, for example, your wife have to call her brother or her father or her mother and ask to borrow some money because her husband is not able to take care of the family, you are frowned upon. You look at as if you're less than as a man who cannot provide for your family. It's only here that everybody get away with being a man, calling themselves a man, but then still having their hand out to their wives or girlfriends at the end of the month asking for some help. So you're not a man. You need to step into your masculinity in order for your wife to step into her femininity so she can be able to take care of your family and raise your children without any stress of having to work or having to pay 50% of the bill. On top of that, you have to come in the house and do all the chores, because half the time if you wash the laundry, your wife has to literally go behind you and make sure that the laundry is washed properly. Or if you clean, they have to go behind you and make sure what you clean is cleaned properly. Or if there's something in the refrigerator, she have to tell you 100 times before you're able to even find what she's pointing out. Meanwhile, it's sitting right in front of your face. So a lot of times we ask for those things as in, like, not having to pay the bills where the man is responsible for that. Oh, when I tell you, and also I want to mention, like, when in Haiti, when the man goes to work and make the money, he comes home and bring the money to the woman so she can budget it. And she mentioned that in her thing too. That's what they do in Africa. That's how we do it, because the woman is usually more equipped to do that, because she is, I don't know, she's more reasonable when it comes to that, because she knows where certain money has to go and how to budget the rest of the money so we can help the family build maybe a side business or something. It's been working for centuries, and men just feel more comfortable giving the check to their wives in order for their wives to take care of the bills. You know what I mean? So yes, your job as a man, in a perfect world, right, is to go to work, get the bacon, and still give your wife the respect and love and respect that she deserves. But you also, your job is to go to work, get the bacon, and come back home and take care of your family with the money that you have accumulated over the months, right, over the weeks. That's literally your job. It's only here that men feel like they don't have to do that. And I'm gonna tell you why they feel like they don't have to do that, because they got so used to getting it for free. Ladies are literally have been brainwashed to think this is the normal way to do it, so therefore they feel like they have no choice. So then they end up giving it for free, giving everything for free, and they're rewarding the men for doing bare minimum, little to nothing at some point. I mean, why are you dating a man who's sleeping on a couch, on a mattress on the floor? He should not even be in your frequency, because then he's dragging you down with him. And a man who has a poverty mindset where he feels like, oh, the woman has to do this and then she has to do that, because what it says is that a woman is going to always make you better. But if she's in her femininity, if she's in her masculinity, and there's too masculine in the house, you might as well just be with another man, honey, because it's just going to be da 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 da. It's not cute. You need to do better. This year is the year the feminine energy is back, and she's taking over. And you guys are showing your face. Y'all men are really showing your face at this point, because you guys are really telling us what you really have been hiding, but just been really aggressive about without speaking it in words. But now you're speaking it into words, so we know how you really feel. You're just looking for a slave, not a wife.